Welcome to Tales of Honor, a podcast with a mission to tell the true stories of every recipient of our nation's highest military award, the Medal of Honor. Hello everyone and welcome to today's episode of Tales of Honor podcast. This is episode number 659. I do have one birthday and one other news to go over before we get into today's story from the Boxer Rebellion. And we'll actually start up with the sad news of a passing of a Medal of Honor recipient, Frank Herda. He passed away on the 13th of October, 2023. He was 76 years old at the time. The Congressional Medal of Honor Society did post a press release a few days ago going over some of the details of his Medal of Honor, and I did cover his story not that long ago, actually. I will have a link in the show notes for you to go check out his story, learn a little bit more about his life that he lived. And so we do pray for his family at this time, for healing, for peace, that they may find during the time of after his death. But we should, as General Patton once said, we should be more honored that he lived. I will have a link in the show notes to his story. And the other bit of news is a birthday, which was actually yesterday, October 28th, 1945. This birthday belongs to Mr. Alan Lynch, who is a former U.S. Army sergeant who earned the Medal of Honor for his actions during the Vietnam War. So a very happy 77th birthday yesterday to Mr. Lynch, whose story I also covered back on episode number 614, so I'll have a link in the show notes for him as well. That is all I have for today, so let's get on with today's Tale of Honor. Andre was born on the 9th of December, 1862 in Hoboken, New Jersey. His mother was the great-great-great-granddaughter of Benjamin Franklin, and his father was a U.S. Navy midshipman from Louisiana. Andre's parents were divorced not long after he was born, and he was adopted by his mother's new husband in 1870. He grew up in Philadelphia and went to school in Washington, D.C. before working as an attorney for 3 years. Andre commissioned into the U.S. Army's 10th Infantry Regiment as a second lieutenant in January of 1885 and served in the American Indian Wars. He commanded Company B of the 9th Infantry during the Siege of Santiago and the Battle of San Juan Hill of the Spanish-American War. Andre and that company also deployed in support of the Philippine-American War in 1899 before being sent to China in support of the Boxer Rebellion. It was his actions as a captain there on the 13th of July 1900 that would later earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads, "While under fire, rescued 2 of his men from drowning." Andre received the medal on the 15th of September 1903 and remained in China until 1905 when he would return to the States and attend the Army War College. He later became the Inspector General of the Army until 1913 and was then assigned to command the 65th Infantry Regiment in Puerto Rico in 1914. When the U.S. entered World War I, Andre served in France as Inspector General of General Headquarters, American Expeditionary Forces. By this time, he was a Major General and received the Army Distinguished Service Medal for his organization and administration as IG. His assessments of commanders were valued to General Pershing and led to the relieving of several and the advancement of others that would ultimately aid in the success of the war. Andre's final command was at the 1st Corps area in Boston, Massachusetts, and he retired from the Army at the rank of Major General in 1925 after 40 years of service. He married Elizabeth Griffin in 1885, about the time he joined the Army, and the couple had one daughter, who was named after his mother, Mary Walker. On the 27th of March, 1942, Andre Walker Brewster died at the age of 79, and he is buried with his wife in Arlington National Cemetery, Section 2, Grave 1130. And that was a tale of honor. Thank you for listening to Tales of Honor, and if you enjoyed the show, please be sure to subscribe and tell your friends and family. Tales of Honor is written and produced by Christoph Ambrose, and theme music is Loyalty and Duty by Floruz Music. If you have any questions, you can send an email to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com, and please be sure to visit talesofhonorpodcast.com for more episodes and information.